Oh, alright. Oh, my name is Aiden, and this is actually the first video log I've ever done. And the point of this actually will be, this is going to be something of a developer diary for a video game that we are making. And so the story is that I am a student at the Art Institute. It's a school that teaches a video game design course, and for the last 6 months of this course, we are put into teams of roughly 18 to 20 students, and together we build a game. We have designers, artists, programmers, the whole 9 yards. And I have been selected to play the producer role of this, which means I do all the scheduling. I kind of am in charge, so to speak, as much as in charge as student can be. So yeah, I guess we had our first class a few days ago, where we made some final decisions. We had a few ideas flying around, but we finally just settled on one that is something of kind of a comedy horror kind of theme, centers around some loser monsters who have to run around this graveyard, battling each other as well as random ghouls running around to collect items to summon a demon who will hopefully teach them to be more evil. There are some good comedy elements. We're gonna have some goofy character designs, and with any luck, hopefully some voice acting that will help bring the comedy side along. We have settled on using the Unreal 2004 engine, which is old, definitely old, showing its age by far, but it's also one of the most stable ones out there, and it's also the one that everybody on the team knows how to use. Source was also an option, but to use Source, all of us would have to learn how, and that would cut a month off of our production time, which is just too much. We already pretty much have, a couple of weeks to do pre-production, and that's it. And to take any more time off of our production, we just decided that that was just not a good idea, and that even though the Unreal Tournament 2004 engine is definitely showing its age, and not the prettiest thing out there, it'll do what we want it to do. And really, when designing a game, it should be more about the gameplay and showing ideas and what you can do, rather than just being pretty and graphically oriented. Well, graphics are important. They shouldn't just be the end-all be-all #1 importance. So yeah, I already gave you kind of the synopsis of the game itself. I've got a great team, really a great team. We've got 18 all together. Amazing art team, amazing lead artist, one of the most talented artists I've ever met in my life. Great character art, good environmental artists who are on top of everything. They know what's needed and already hard at work, which is great, makes my job easier. Incredibly creative design team with an incredibly creative lead designer. They work well together. We all work well together. We've been friends since starting this course a year ago, so we've gotten to know each other's strengths, each other's weaknesses. Good programming team from what I know. Unfortunately, us on the art and design side and them on the programming side have been kind of separated through this whole time. So I don't know them as well as I'd like yet, but from what I've seen, they're pretty talented and they know what they're doing. They're already kind of hard at work making sure what we want to have in is doable, and kind of cutting out the things that aren't possible as soon as possible, so we know what parts of our vision are possible and what's not, so we can keep going down the road of good things we can do and not waste our time on things that we aren't even going to be able to accomplish anyways. But yeah, we're going to have some really cool elements. I mean, our monsters are kind of the theme of the game. Well, they'll be battling each other, but at the same time they'll be forced to work together to accomplish some things, to solve some puzzles, to give them the required items. Yeah, it should be action-packed. There'll be lots going on all the time, lots of guys running around the screen. They'll be throwing rocks and tombstones and skulls at each other. There'll be magic weapons and items that'll explode or stun them with electricity or freeze them or things along those lines. Yeah, it's really should be a whole lot of fun. I'm really looking forward to it. Right now, there's not a whole ton of stuff set in stone. Well, nothing really set in stone. I've just finished the WBS, or the work breakdown structure, for our first milestone. Well, I did the first pass of it for our first milestone, so we're going to have to go through that with our entire team and make sure everything's doable and, you know, we're all on track. We all know what is expected of us. Yeah, so I guess for this episode, that's kind of really all there is to say. I'll add anything more necessary, but yeah, next week we have our next class where we're going to start really finalizing a lot of things and making sure everything is coming together, and I'll be doing another log then, and yeah, I guess I'll see you then. Take care.